Alright, Mastery Rank Test 14. This is, as they call it here, an advanced exterminate test. This test is very easy. Now, as it says here, you'll be required to kill 3 waves of enemies levels 15 to 20. That's roughly right. The player starts on the first level of a tower, and then you are warped after you kill each wave of targets to the next level, which is just going to be a different layout. And let's see, you start out with Grineer, and then the next wave is Infested, which will rush you obviously, and then the third wave is Corpus, which they'll be behind more cover, as is kind of shown in this picture here. And then just the only thing that can really get you on this is falling off the map or falling in these gaps here. And I'm going to show that after the first time that I play this, I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to try to lose. And I'm going to show you how it's a bit buggy, and how difficult it is to actually lose. Anyways, the big thing about this one, no time limit whatsoever on this. So you got all the time in the world, take as much cover as you want, whatever you want to do, recharge your shields, etc., etc., etc. And then it says here you fight 10 Grineer for wave 1, 20 Infested wave 2, and then 12 Corpus, so that would be 42. I've done kills anywhere between 37 and 40-ish, so just expect somewhere between 37 and 42-ish mobs to kill. And that's it. So let's go ahead and jump in here. And what I've picked is the Mesa, the Mesa Warframe. I just try to pick the frame and the way to do it that would give you the least possibility period of failing this test, because you have to wait 24 hours, between attempts. And so, why did I pick Mesa? Well, because Mesa, I can stand in the center and never have to move. Now, you could technically do that without the Mesa. Just firing your gun, but the Mesa is going to auto aim. Now you're going to need energy in between each of these levels. It will reset your energy back. So I'm going to be using the energy restore. So if you're going to use this Mesa Warframe and you want to try this this way just for the heck of it, or maybe it's just you want to do it to make sure you don't fail, just make sure you have some of those on hand. So let's go ahead and get in there, and again, like I said, I'm going to pop the energy restore right away.
This will be your hardest test yet. Defeat all incoming enemies.
So right when it shows me, I'll be able to pop the energy restore. And I may have to use my gun like for one enemy if energy doesn't, because they start coming, and so you can't sit here and wait the whole time. So there's one guy, and I was able to back off quick enough to let my energy restore go. Because while you're using the Peacemaker, it will not allow the energy restore to give you energy. So you see, I only have that much energy, which I really didn't need to pop another one, but just for the heck of the test, I'm gonna do it anyways. It's gonna knock me back. You see how I'm at 185? It's gonna knock me back to 50, I think. So we're gonna go to the next level. You see there's gaps here. I'm gonna show you after I beat this one how many times it takes to fall in those gaps. And this is Corpus. I'm gonna pop an energy restore here. I did not mean to shoot my gun at the time. I was just and then there's 2 left. I got enough so I can just hold it down. And that's it. Alright, and this is wave 3, which would be technically supposed to be 12 Corpus. You'll see there's going to be cover in here, and as far as I know, there's no gaps. Of course, you can fall off the edge of the map. Let me go ahead and do this. It takes them a minute for these guys to come out because they hide behind the edges. So I just spin around. There's one guy. You can hear them more often than you can really see them. See that flying one there? I heard that guy, so pop him. Hear another guy. Oh, I got close, didn't he? Just in case there was a guy I didn't know. And these guys do drop drop energy and fusion cores and mods and so on. If you see them, you might get bored and just go ahead and go find them. This is very easy, as is quite obvious. That's it. Now, this time I'm going to go in and I'm just going to use my gun, just my regular gun, and get through wave 1. And I'm going to do, on wave 2 where the gaps are, I'm going to jump in those gaps just to show you how long it takes to actually screw up, you know, other than getting killed. You see here, there was only 37 total kills on this one. But I'm going to jump in that just to show you how long it takes. It took quite a few last time I checked it. So let's go in there and let's try our best to fail this thing. And again, I'm not going to use
defeat all incoming enemies.
the peacemaker or anything. I'm just going to, or if I use it, I'll use it very little. Just going to screw around. Maybe my secondary or something, which is the Hiku Prime. Remember, no time limit, so you can screw around all you want in this. If you do use this with exploding explosions mod on it, just be careful not to kill yourself. That'd be a shame to kill yourself with a weapon like this. It's not completely unnecessary. Use a Soma Prime or, you know, some type of automatic weapon. It really doesn't matter. Just something where you obviously the reload time doesn't even matter in this one because you have no time limit. You know what I mean? So just whatever you want to use. Okay, we're going to the second level here. So on this level, this is the one that's going to have the gaps. Of course, I got to jump off the edge of the map if I wanted to. If you see these gaps, I'm going to jump in these gaps, and we'll see how long it takes. It should just take 2 or 3 times, right? So let's jump in. Okay, that time when it made that noise, that usually counts. It didn't say anything. Okay, yeah, there it is. Attempts left 2. So we're jumping in again. Okay, said nothing. Let's try it again. Alright, said nothing. Fall in again. And again. And again. Alright, did it that time. Yeah, I tried to see if it was like every 3 or something. And it may be, but I did it before and it just randomly did it. So that was on the 3rd one, I believe, and that would be a fail. Yeah. So basically, at the very least, you can fall on those gaps. Like, what was that? 3, 6, at least 6 to 8 times, or before you would fail. And if you're jumping around on that second level, that's the only one that has the gaps, and you fall in once or twice, you know, it's, you know, big deal. I mean that's really the most that you know anybody would even fall in at their worst, I would think. So you know, maybe you didn't recognize the gaps were there, or whatever, or you just screwing around. But that's mastery test number 14. Recommend using at the very least, just use a frame. You know, I mean, given the test, use your toughest frame. You know, I mean, take a rhino frame, put rhino skin on there, and you know, bring a Soma Prime or a Soma or a Boltor or you know, just some type of a weapon that is accurate and has a nice clip size. And again, there's no time limit. So I mean, you could use the worst weapon in the game, the worst pistol in the game, and you know, you should do fine as long as it could kill level 15 to 20 miles before you're dead. The reason I say use Rhino is because the skin, you could sit there and get hit over and over and over and over, and you'd be fine. But again, this is just using Mesa and being able to stand in the center, so you wouldn't have any. It's be impossible to fall in the gaps and lose that way. Another thing off the top of my head that would probably work fairly well is to use, say, like an Ember or an Ember Prime, and use the fourth ability, World on Fire, and just kind of shoot the mobs and then pop that that ability at random, and you'll get a fair number of the mobs, because that's such a great AoE. But I hope that helps, for anyone that's, wanting an auto win. It's not a cheat, but it is sort of I guess the best way that you could possibly do it, as I say again. And I take it no one needs really help, and they really shouldn't have to look this test up on YouTube. But that's what you can expect with a test regardless.